Griffon is in my opinion the most useful mount in the game. It can run, jump or fly over the terrain, easily overcoming all kinds of obstacles. And while in the air, it can achieve an incredible speed, which is essential these days to fully participate in farm trains. If you wanna learn more about its features and controls, check my introduction guide. And as usual, I made Tekkit markers for all the related stuff. Links are down below. Griffon is way easier and faster to unlock than Skyscale, but it still requires quite a lot of effort. There are no time gates and it also does not require any Living World episode or currency. I would highly recommend to unlock and train Raptor, Springer, Skimmer and Jackal into rank 3. It will make unlocking way easier. The following collections also require various items from hard vendors, with a total cost of 250 gold. There is no way around it. First, you have to finish the Path of Fire story. Then go and kill some random mobs in the Path of Fire zones until you drop one of these 3 items. Once you have it, go to the Menagerie POI in the domain of Vabbi and talk with Beastmaster Ghazal. He will send you to the Seeker Candake. The easiest way how to get there is this route from the Vechtendi Academy waypoint. The second half is covered by the Fury of the Brand, so you have to use a skimmer to not get damaged. Talk with the NPC and from there, either use series of sand portals or jump with Springer to nearby Griffon Sanctuary. Interact with the remains of the last Spear Marshal to unlock the first 5 Open Skies collections, one for each Path of Fire map. It will also give you this Spear Marshal's plea that will teleport you back here at any time. Open Skies Crystal Oasis begin with the legendary Corrupted Facet. You can trigger it on this bounty board next to the Destiny's Gorge waypoint, and the boss will always spawn in the Shattered Pyramid in the northeast corner of the map. It's not always present on the board, you may have to wait a bit. You obviously can't do it solo, so gather some players first or join one of the bounty trains on the LFG. Finish Marifa Camp and Temple of Cormyr Hearts. Then from hard vendors buy Icon of the Goddess and Sunspear Tide. And finally collect 5 Griffon eggs. The first one is in the Griffon Roost on the hill northwest from the Temple of Cormyr waypoint. Remember this place, you will come back here multiple times. The second one is above the Mastery Point in the Heteti Tablelands. If you borrow the Griffon from the Roost, you can easily glide there. The third one is on top of the Shattered Pyramid, where you just did the bounty. Use the ramp leading to the hero point, mount up on the Jackal and jump through the portal. Follow the sand path to the end and jump down to the egg. The third one is a bit tricky. You can either go through the Sanctum of Nebka portal puzzle with your Jackal, or go back to the Roost for the Griffon and fly from up there directly to the egg on this pillar. For the fifth one, go back to the Roost again, pick the Griffon and just descend a bit along the cliff to this ledge. Open Skies Desert Highlands begins with a fairly annoying series of events. First, you have to defend second Spear Nehrim from the Awakened at the Mekali outpost. Then you must wait around 20 minutes before the next event starts. Escort Nehrim to nearby cave. And finally the third event that counts towards the achievement, where you defend Nehrim from waves of enemies. She is quite squishy and must survive, so be careful, especially in the last wave where spawns a champion. Finish Lomund Kral and Mekali outpost hearts. Then from the hard vendors, buy an enormous supply of bird feed and survival supplies. Now the 5 eggs. From Mekali outpost, go west and jump through the sand portal. The roost with the first egg is just a few steps north. Take a Griffon from the roost and glide down towards the Godfall Tower POI. The second egg is on top of this pillar. Go back to the roost and run directly north uphill for the third one. Return to the roost again, get a Griffon and fly directly west to the ruin on the horizon. Fourth egg is on top. From there go south around the hill until you reach this ledge. Then just jump down and pick the fifth egg. Open Skies Elon Riverlands begin with an event where you help Aaron to save his wife. It starts next to the crossroads south of the Oasis camp waypoint and then head south towards the Dread House, where you get the achievement by killing Warden Jabari. Now you have to finish the collection called Equipment Tracker, located in the Elon Riverlands achievement section. Talk with the Master Sergeant Shady at Dreadlock Sweep in the top left corner of the map and find 5 missing items for her. The first one drops from Veteran Fire Jin just next to the Shady. For the second one, go to his hero point in the top right corner. Enter a small cave just south from there and pick the item from the crates. The third one lies in the pile of leaves on the smaller pillar directly south from the Skimmer Ranch waypoint. For the fourth, fight with Veteran Chick Check a bit north from the Scrit Audience POI in the west corner of the map. And the fifth one is in the Quicksand Cave a bit east from the Skimmer Ranch waypoint. Once you have all of them, return to Shady. Next, you have to defeat the champion Unbound Jin that spawns next to this hero point in the southwest corner of the map. Finish hearts for follower Zan and Abel. Then buy relic preservation materials and maps to the outpost from the hard vendors. Eggs are only 3 this time. The first one is in the roost on top of the large pillar a bit west from the Olisher's Oasis camp waypoint. The second one on another pillar southeast from the Skimmer Range waypoint. And the third one on top of the ruin southeast from the Olisher's waypoint next to the Vista. You can glide to both from the roost. Open Skies The Desolation begins with an easy and straightforward event with the Redeemer Kosan that starts near the Darklands waypoint. There are 3 different events with this person, and each of them should count towards the achievement. The next item just lay on the ground under the tree near the Sandstraw Shrine POI, a bit north from the Darklands waypoint. Finish hearts at the Bone Strand and the Lair of the Forgotten. Then buy Asian Sunspear flags and prayer lights from hard vendors. All 4 eggs are close to the Scourgeway waypoint. The first one with the roost is on the hill behind the bridge, south of there. The second one sits on top of this huge arc just a bit south from the waypoint. I don't think there is a way how to get there without gliding from the roost. The third one lies on the rock formation a bit northwest from the waypoint. Also rather glide there from the roost. And the fourth one is a bit further southwest from the waypoint on the ledge above the Sulphur River. Open Skies Domain of Vabbi begins with a simple yet well-hidden event near the Vehtendi Academy waypoint. Go to the building, use stairs to the headmaster's office and enter the warehouse behind the bookshelf. There find a cell with the first Spear Kitur and help him get back his gear and escape. Finish hearts at Vehjin Mines and Vehtendi Academy. Then buy stone carving tools and guard bribe from hard vendors. All 5 eggs sits around the Griffon Sanctuary, so just use your Spear Marshal's plea. The first one with the roost is on top of the tall pillar directly south. The second one is on top of another pillar directly north. Gliding there from the roost makes it very easy. The third one is further north, on the crystal roof above the Hanging Gardens POI. The fourth one is on top of this crystal formation lying west across the river. And the fifth one on another crystal formation just under the previous one. Once you finish all 5 maps, return to the Griffon Sanctuary. Place eggs into the nests and runes on the ground around the circle. Doing that will unlock the last collection called Sunspear Wisdom. All you have to do is go to the tomb of primeval kings in the desert highlands and enter the portal into the Cormyr's library in the back corner. Inside, you have to find 10 writings. They are easy to spot. 6 of them lays around the outer circle, 2 around the upper circle, and the last 2 on top of the stairs. Now, just return to the sanctuary, interact with the statue of Cormyr, and enjoy your new Griffon. That's all I had for today, so if you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe or leave a comment and stay tuned for next time.